Hi everybody, we got a quick video for you today. We want to go over a new product that we just came out with and go over some details of how to put these in. So these are the flange bearings, and these are going to be used in the rear end. We're going to show you how to install these. So when you get the rear end, you're going to want to take the screw out over here, and then you're going to want to take these three screws out on this side. And we got two of them already removed for the speed up the video a little bit. So when you take this one out, set that screw aside, pull this rear end apart, pull the axle out. You're going to want to take out the bushing that's way down inside of here. And the easiest way to do that is just take our aftermarket wrench or any kind of something you can poke down in there and just kind of go back and forth and just kind of rock that bushing out of there. And it's going to take a little bit of force to get it out of there, but it'll pop right out. So take that out, set it aside. For this bushing and this side, it's the easiest way to get it out is just take the axle, put it in there a little bit, and then just rotate it around like this, and it'll pop right out of there. So when you put this back together, you're not going to put anything in place of these. So you're just going to slide the axle back in and make sure you got the long side over here. You don't want to put it this way because there's a certain way this goes in. Put this back together, line the cases back up. Go ahead and put the screws back in that you took out. We're just going to put one screw in for the speed of the video. So put that in. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the flange bearings and you're going to put them on the outside, and they're going to press in these holes on the axle tubes. When you press this in, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see a little bit of the silver of the bearing showing there, and that's the way you want it. That's a flange. That's what the flange is. And then you're going to put the right side in. So one thing you're going to want to do after you put that in is just make sure that the axle is free back and forth like this. If these screws are not tightened on the axle tubes equally, there may be a little bit of bend in the axle tube, and this may feel bound up. So just tighten those screws down or loosen them up, and you'll feel the axle just get free. And it should be very, very free side to side. And you can actually spin it, and the rear end should spin nice and free as well. Then you know that's good. So when you go to put the pins back in and you put your hexes on, when you go to put the wheels on, make sure you don't over tighten the wheel nuts. The flange here is going to take up the little bit of a gap that there was there, and that's going to help center the rear end. But if you tighten the wheels down too far, the hex is going to push into this bearing and it's going to bind it up a little bit. So when you put the wheel nuts on, just turn the wheel nut on just till the nut's tight and then stop. Doesn't need to be any tighter than that. And like I said, the couple things with this option, it does support the axle a lot better, so you're not going to get any axle flex, especially when you're running like the 5-cell battery or you're on a high traction track. The other thing you'll notice is that the gear mesh seems to be a little bit better as well, and that's because the bearings are farther out. It kind of just makes this mesh between these two gears a little bit better, so the rear end is actually a lot freer. So if you have any questions on this setup, just hit us up on our Contact Us section on our website, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. If you have any other comments, make sure you send those to us as well. Make sure you keep watching our social media pages on our website for new products that we have coming out soon. Thanks for watching.